How's it going? Back at it again. And we are pretty much at the halfway point of the season, and it's been disappointing to say the least coming off of winning a World Series. We're 8 games back of first place, and we're 7 games under 500. We're falling behind, and it's been pretty upsetting to say the least. And if you can see by the rank of our team, we should be one of the better teams in baseball, but something is missing. And when you look at the lineup, everything is pretty solid. Of course, Juan Castro, he's in a bit of a slump the past couple months. He's went down from hitting 340 to hitting 270, and he's not really providing power or anything like that. But when it comes to getting on base, I mean, 334 is very solid. Just as a rookie, I think that's very impressive. You got Jordan Walker playing at an MVP level. He's got 28 home runs. His career high is 36, and he's already got 28. Got Colt Keefe. He's got 23 home runs, 59 RBIs, a 310 average. Donaldson, 15 home runs, 50 RBIs, 50 RBIs for Witt, 50 RBIs for Langford, even 40 for Gavin Cross. But then you get here at the bottom and you see Tyler Soderstrom, maybe one of his worst years in his career when it comes to average and on base. He hasn't had an on base this bad since 2023, and that was in a 45 game sample. This is 74 games that we've seen this kind of production. He has basically lost all of his swag and stuff, he can't really slug. He's not even slugging at a 400 level. It's just really bad stuff right now. 600 OPS. Just looking at it makes me want to do that. We already traded for Tyler Stevenson to take him out of the lineup against lefties because he was struggling so bad. But I don't think offense is the problem with this team. When you look at the team rankings with batting average, we're top 10 in batting average, even top 8. With runs, we're top 8 again. 8th in runs. 2nd in hits. We're top 10 in doubles. Top 5 in triples. Even a top 5 home run hitting team. And a top 8 RBI team. Speed definitely hurts this team, but we're even top 8 in that. I think what's really killing us is our pitching. And it's been tough. With the ERA, we are a bottom 10 team in ERA right now with pitching. When it comes to saves, we're the worst team when it comes to saves. And I don't think that's Walter Wannabe's fault. I'm putting it more on we can't have a lead at the end of the game. That's why even the Chicago White Sox, who have way more losses than we do, have more saves. We haven't really blown that many saves. We've done a good job in that department. But when it comes to a lot of things, we've been getting shelled. Giving up a ton of runs. Not even really that. Giving up a lot of earned runs. Yeah, we are giving up a lot of runs. We haven't really given up the homer too often, but it's been people moving around the bases. It's been providing a lot of issues. We're not really good at striking people out right now. We're 19th in strikeouts. Our win percentage is definitely not where it needs to be. Our pitching seems to be the problem. And even with that, we're the seventh best. We have the seventh best pitching staff according to what this says. But when you look at the numbers, nobody, except for Caleb Collier, a rookie pitcher, might I add you, is under a 4 ERA. Gavin Williams has struggled. This has probably been one of his worst seasons when it comes to WHIP and ERA. He's given up a good amount of home runs. He's almost given up as many runs as he did a year ago. And we're not even close to where he was. 13 starts difference. You know, he just really hasn't been that ace that we kind of brought him in to be. And if losing continues, we're gonna have to trade. It's a tough thing when you come off winning a World Series to give up the next year. You want to repeat. But this team really right now has proven to me that they are not capable of repeating. The draft is on the 13th. And we only have this many games until we get to the draft. I kind of screwed up simulating because I would like to get some games in. But with the draft coming up, it's going to take a good portion of this episode, I'd imagine. But if we don't make the playoffs, we got to plan for the future. And that could include trading Colt Keith and Garcia. And even, you know, great players like Walker. These guys are on 2-year deals. We're running out of time. Soderstrom is a free agent at the end of the year, and he's been disappointing at 24 per. I think Soderstrom really has to have a great month in order to not get traded, because I'm really thinking that Soderstrom is gone. And with the way that Williams is looking, I don't know if Williams will be on this team at the end of the month either. What would we even trade for if we did trade Williams and Soderstrom? With Soderstrom, you're not going to get a lot back right now. He's a miserable player. He is having his worst season when it comes to OPS and on base and slug. He's not really going to help a lot of teams win. So there's not going to be many people willing to trade for him, especially when he's on a $24 million salary. When it comes to Miguel Garcia, he's really great, but he's in front of a player that I really want to come up and play with top prospect in baseball or in our system, Mark Carrera. But Carrera is not really blowing the competition away in AAA right now, and that's why he's not up here right now. I think Carrera has a good chance of being a September call-up, but we're not going to guarantee anything right about now. You know, I think it'll be interesting. If Carrera was batting better, I would love to do the Donaldson approach of calling him up and making the trade and trading Garcia away. But with how it's going, it seems like Garcia will survive. He will not probably be traded. We will keep him. We will probably accept his option and pay him the $10 million for his age 32 season. But I don't know if Garcia will be on this team for 2032. We might look to trade him as well. You know, it's really tough, though, when you get this far into a franchise. You want to see the players in your system. You want to see them succeed. And, you know, a lot of these guys take time. Hiroshi Fong has obviously torn his MCL. He will not even have a chance to make the roster this year, even though he might have had a chance. He wasn't playing terrible. And he is obviously one of my favorite prospects right now. But you have to look for the future. You have people like Mark Carrara who can come up and play. Even Odell, very close. Diego Fuentes, last year's pick in the draft, he can play. And he has second base flexibility, which makes him even more intriguing. Of course, Chad Bennett. Great potential on him. You know, there's just so much talent on this team, and they're so young. You got Garrett Reed, who's in the 70s now. He's close. Nixon Lane, one of my favorite prospects, maybe my favorite prospect personally. A hitting machine. He could play in the MLB. He's got an MLB bat. And how much longer are these players going to have to wait before they get an opportunity? You know, a lot of things are blocking their opportunity. When you look at the roster, who would you take out of this roster? Everybody is in the 80s, except for Juan Castro, who we made a decision to get rid of Stephen Kwan because he was starting to regress. We wanted to get some youth into this team, and Castro, I think, has done a great job. He's really developed his arm, and he's a good bat. I don't see why Castro wouldn't be this team's right fielder for years to come until, you know, someone is more capable. With Gerald Donaldson, he's locked in. We're locked into Donaldson, and we're very happy to be. But 2 years from now, Jordan Walker will be gone. Colt Keith will be gone. 4 years from now, or even 3, depending on how you view it, Bobby Witt Jr. will not be signed. That will be an open spot. Garcia, he could be gone in a year, or even in the offseason if we declined his option, but why would we when he's got value? A tremendous player that's been on this team since the beginning. Unfortunately, we're not probably going to see his 100th career home run unless he just goes on a tear. But he's having a great year with on-base percentage too, man. 370 on base right now. Gavin Cross, our first-round pick, he's really developed this year and really become interesting when it comes to contract. We got 3 more years of arbitration with Cross, and we're probably going to play the arbitration game with him. I don't think an extension is going to happen with Cross unless he just wins the MVP. You know, it's just, I don't see it. Langford. We get Langford for 2 more years at a premium, $7 million. And Langford is a star in the making. He's having a breakout year for the Royals. Hitting 289. He was hitting 200 when we traded for him. But now he's starting to look like that 2029 Wyatt Langford. And he's a dangerous player. But enough talking. Enough chit chat. With the draft coming up, this is the final week of scouting. We're just going to look at some people, and I kind of feel dumb not scouting Andres Olivio. I feel like I screwed up, and I really hope he is not good, because it will really make the decision making harder for me. Because with that power, with the discipline and the vision, it's going to be hard to pass a player like this up, but I don't know if he'll be that good. We decided that we'll send some scouts to look at Enrique Montoya before the draft. We probably won't be picking him, but it's good to get a look. We got a lot of closers on here that are impressive. We got Mark Taguchi, Kevin Huber, Henry Lorenz. You got Henry Vaga. You know, a lot of these guys are interesting. Even later in the draft, you could go with Gary Kato from Japan, another Japanese player I know. But he's got some very interesting pitches that makes him even intriguing to me. You know, the control is definitely why he might not be drafted, but the strikeout possibilities with him is kind of interesting, and he's a lefty. And you got a lot of starters here that are very intriguing. You got Wilford Beal with perhaps 99 potential at 19 years old, the second best player on our board. Do we need starting pitching? No. But when it comes to taking the best player available, he might be the one. You know, I don't know who I'm going to draft today. Usually I have a great idea. But with how this board looks, it really could be whoever is there at 30. It's tough to choose. You know, one player that I really liked was third baseman Edgar Prado. But he's injured, and that is concerning. A switch hitter that has great vision, great hitting capabilities, can play second base, which I'm interested in. But the injury concerns kind of make him undraftable for me. You got Mike Montenegro. He's got tremendous switch hitting ability as well, and he's got great discipline to go with it. He's impressive as well when it comes to second round picks. And then you even got a really great young player here. Where is he? Mike Burke, 93 to 98 potential, but the overall is super low. He bats left, but he's got tons of potential. He could be a steal at 6'5" at third base. A hometown kid. You know, a lot of people to look for, though. I'm very intrigued. You know, I don't really have a favorite. It's hard to pick when you pick 30. But we've given ourselves, I think, some options here. And we'll be going with the best player available for the most part. But with that, let's get on to baseball. And Caleb Collier, man, he's off to a great start. We're going to sim this game, and we lose 8 to 13. Collier gets the loss. He gives up 7 earned. As soon as I say he's the only pitcher under a 4 ERA, he skyrockets to a 4 ERA. In a series against Detroit with Fernando Almanzar, the first draft pick of the series, he's been struggling so much. What is wrong with Fernando Almanzar? It's hard to say. But time is running out for the young pitcher to figure it out. And I think today with Matt Manning as the pitcher, it's kind of tough to pick who you want to use, but I think we'll use the young Castro. And we want Castro to play better. We want him to be a good young player. We have not had someone to win Rookie of the Year or even come close. I think Gerald Donaldson would have had a great opportunity if we called him up and waited. But with how much he developed that 1 year, it was hard to not have him on the team. We traded the longtime first base starter Vinny Pasquantino, and Donaldson really became a star for this team and helped carry us to a World Series. We're looking for our next rising prospect to be that kind of player for us. And the rest of the series really isn't about me signing great free agents and winning that way. It's about developing these players that we have in our farm system and winning the title with them. You know, will I go into free agency? Yeah, I will here and there. But I really want this next couple years of the franchise to be about the players we drafted. And, you know, Almanzar and Mark Carrara really make or break this series. If they don't develop the way that they're supposed to, if they don't hit their potential and become great players, this might not be a good series. It might be us not making the playoffs and not really doing what we need to do. On Castro, he could be like a pivotal part of this. And he swings at the first pitch, which is a fastball. He's done a good job at stealing bases. And Castro got a pitch to hit, but he was late on a curve. You got to hit those pitches. I don't want to blame Castro for that. You know, it's partially me. I haven't played baseball in months. I've been blowing it off. I've been addicted to college football and Black Ops 6 and all the other good games that have came out. And I have really suffered with my swinging. And Castro going down on the first pitch he sees. He got a good swing on it, but just couldn't get the barrel on it. I think I'll be very patient with Castro.
Third baseman,
Detroit up 2-0 and looking to do damage here. Castro, a bad read, but he is going to get there and going to test his arm, and they will easily make it. So runners on the corners as Young advances, and it's 4-2.
the right fielder, number 48.
Carlson gets a nice hit.
Castro.
Good fastball on the outer edge, and he swings and misses. And Castro is going to rip it, but he's going to get robbed by Hooley Lee. And Castro makes it. And Lee responds by hitting another RBI. He gets a sac fly. And it's a 5-2 game against the best team in our division. Throw from Castro there. And I don't know, maybe Castro is more of a left fielder than a right fielder, but right now he has to play right field. And he'll be the right fielder for the foreseeable future. Randy Rodriguez in the pitch. He's got a terrific fastball to go with a slider. Castro got a good swing on it, but this will be a can of corn and caught.
The batter, number 7, shortstop.
Castro with 2 on and 1 out against Jamie Munoz, a left-handed pitcher with a fastball and a changeup. Big spot for the rookie here. The Royals have came back and tied the game, and they need a big hit to go ahead. This could be a walk-off for Castro if he can get a hit. Castro up in the air again and early on it, and he will not be the hero. 0 for 4 today for Castro. He struggled to get on base. You know, we put a lot of pressure on Castro making him a leadoff hitter as a rookie. No, is it fair to him? No, but I really thought he could do it, and I believe in him still. Even if Castro becomes a bench player once, you know, we get some better of our prospects up here, I'd rather have Castro on the bench than some dude I got to give $10 million to probably do the same thing. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's been an interesting series. You know, when I played the Rocky series, I didn't get this far to really get to see how the prospects got on the team and took over. But when we had Gerald Donaldson come up and play, I really had a lot of high hopes for a lot of these players that I thought highly of. And so far, it's just not been that way. And One of the players I'm thought highly of right here, Dominic Tuttle. Unable to get the job done. And I think if we're going to be losing here in the majors, we're definitely going to be focusing a lot more on our younger players. And obviously, like I said earlier, the most important player of this series is probably Mark Carrara. And I don't know, maybe I need to lower my expectations when it comes to average and stuff like that. Maybe I need to be looking at more of the advanced numbers. Is he getting on base? Is he slugging at a high level? Is he got a good ISO? I think with players like Carrara, where they're boom or bust, home run or out, I think I really need to pay attention more of those numbers than I do with batting average. And I think batting average is the reason Carrara is not a pro right now. Because I do value that number. Maybe I should tone it back some when it comes to players like him, though. Because he is a boom or bust kind of dude, you know. And I don't think he'll ever be a 270 hitter until he gets to his peak. You know, as a young player, he's going to struggle to get hits. He's going to struggle to hit for 300 or whatever. Well, he's going to have something that Garcia doesn't, and that's some big pop. Going against Dunn here, and Dunn has a fastball, a slurve, a slider, and a change. And that was the pitch to hit right there. We missed it. A bit too early on it. I got excited when I seen that pitch. I don't think I've ever seen a pitch I don't like, and that's a strikeout for Carrara. Got me in the spot that I really hate. The high fastball is a tough pitch to lay off when you don't have your discipline. And that's one I struggle with until I get more accustomed to playing the game more. My patience has really been killing the videos. I've only hit one home run since I started playing again. That, yeah, it felt good. I don't know how I missed that one. Goes with the high one. Down 3-0 trying to get Carrara out. Way inside, and this is going to advance the runners. 2 in scoring position and a 3-2 count. If I'm pitching here, I think you just walk Carrara, but MLB pitchers are different. And he gave Carrara a chance. This will not, they will test the throw. And he's going to get a sac fly out of it. I don't think he would do that on an MLB right fielder, but in AAA you can get away with that. And that is the former Royal draft pick, Raleigh Cousins from Canada. And that is smoked. Laid over the middle, and Carrara absolutely hammered that one. That's what he can do, and that's the pitch. He's got to hit those easy pitches to hit. He's going to have to hit those.
The third baseman, Mark Carrara.
If he wants to be in the majors, because he's not going to get good pitches to hit. And another base hit, and this one into the gap, and this is what Carrara can be. A gap hitter, slugging, and he just overran the bases, but he does make it back to second. A 2-run double for Carrara, and maybe his best game of the season so far. A sac fly, a single, and a double. Getting another opportunity here in the 8th inning against Solomon.
1-0.
I think switch hitters and franchise are kind of tough to develop as well.
That's a ball.
You know, a lot of swings are not good with switch hitters, so you have to really monitor what they have and
Oh.
give them a swing that they have a chance to do good with. It's 3-0. And I had the green light, but I totally whiffed on it. Checked my swing. And right down the middle to Carrara, right in the wheelhouse. And on the ground, and this was the worst pitch to swing at in the whole at-bat, and we put it into play and taken out. So not a perfect game, but 2 for 4, an extra base hit. That's some good stuff from our top prospect.
Fans, our final line score. First for the
Got himself
Vegas
3
Golden
RBIs. That part's good, you know. Let's get in another game. We're going to go against left-handed pitcher Adam Gold. And we're going to bring in Gerald Donaldson, the former 5th round pick, to hit today. Gavin Cross is hitting .290. If I had to pick a player to hit .290 this year, Gavin Cross would have probably been the 8th or 9th player I picked. I am very happy with Cross and how he's played so far. He's really made me excited for the future of this team. If we can get productive, offensive productivity from Cross and he can develop,
And now, your
I think it makes the bottom of the order that much better. I don't think Cross will ever be in the top 6 or 7 even in our order. But as an 8 or 9 hitter, I think Cross can be good. It's 4-0 Detroit. They've destroyed Miguel Lopez early. And there's Adam Gold throwing his changeup.
1 strike.
And late on the fastball, and this one hanging in the air and caught for the out. Five to 1. Castro hit a home run, but Anderson made it 5-1 soon after. On the ground to Donaldson. He touched the bag first. Usually you touch the bag after, but he made it happen there. Adam Gold pitching 50 pitches in the 4th. And Donaldson, he got a good swing on it. He just couldn't drive the baseball. That one doesn't go too far. Only 79 exit
The
velocity
batter, number 7.
on that swing.
Now batting, first baseman, Jared Donaldson.
2 on, no out, but it's an 8-1 game. Donaldson, another pitch to hit, but he will only drive it to the warning track wall. Will advance the runner. Donaldson unable to come through. That was almost his wheelhouse he pitched him to, too, and he just couldn't. Wow, we missed another one. Just not Donaldson's day today.
Hey, get your pitch up there.
He pops it, and this is going to be a blooper base hit, and sometimes you just need to get lucky. But Detroit wins 9-3. Spencer Torkelson continues to be a superstar for Detroit. He and Dylan Carlson and Varshall have really turned this team into a contender. 51-42, 9-1 in their last 10 games. You gotta give them the respect they deserve. I mean, they've really built this team for the draft, and they are playing good. Let's get a game in with Joel Fong. I think Fong, we could call him up to AAA, and I want him to earn it. I really like Joel Fong. I'd want him to be a great player. But he's got to prove it. He's not obviously the player his brother is potentially and even currently. But he's very solid, and I think if we're patient, we can find something with him. It's just, how long will it take?
Your Northwest Circle.
Come on now, what time? Right here.
Nope, outside.
Yeah, see it, drive it. Let's go, big dog.
And Fong ripping it through the middle for a base hit. And this will send the speedy man to third. That Chad Bennett, man, he has got some jets. 99 speed, it said Bennett had.
Leading off for San Antonio.
And Chad Bennett,
The right fielder, Moises Gomez.
even more intriguing as the games go on. I still remember the first home run I hit with Chad Bennett. That was so fun. Couldn't believe he hit a home run. That was a fun video.
Batting seventh, the designated hitter, John Rose.
Near to Joel, and he will be tested here. And the throw will bounce and not in time. Here's Joel. And on the ground, this time it's going to be a double play. Fong cannot squeak a single this time. They played it pretty perfectly. Shortstop over the top where the ball is going to go, and he flips it to the second baseman.
The right fielder,
Copeland hits a home run, and Scruggs getting a home run.
Hey, need you right here, need ya.
Ho ho, we wanted it a bit too early on it. Another high fastball in the zone this time, and he just missed it. And Fong did not miss that one. He got all of it, and it's off the wall. What do you got to do to hit a home run with Joel? I thought it was gone, man. Come on, man. A double. But still exciting. We finally hit a mistake pitch. And boy, did we hit it. Some great exit velocity off of that one.
The right fielder, number 19.
That got me excited.
Joel Fong.
It's Joel Fong, and can't swing.
Hey, if it's high, let it
0-1's
fly.
the count.
And And we get another good pitch to hit, and he's going to overrun the ball. And a base hit for Fong. They're going to call it an error. That's a hit, man.
Well,
He smoked that ball. Okay, well,
the right fielder.
Chad
number
Bennett hit a
19,
home run again?
Fong.
No way. I gotta see this. Nah, Bennett didn't home run. He got one, but he didn't get two.
Let's go, right here. Hey, drive him in. No one better right here.
And we're chasing now. Snyder's got us in a pickle.
Two strikes.
He's got a fastball, slider, and a change. And he attacked inside, and I just was too borderline for me not to swing.
Hey, clutch up right now.
And this one high above the zone, and this will be caught. Like he hit a wiffle ball. Here's Cutler against Howard Hanna. Charlie Copeland gonna get player of the game.
Our final line score.
Chad Bennett went 2 for 5 with a
6
home
runs
run.
on 13 hits. 4 earned. They left 17 runners.
I mean, we should have been 3 for 5, but yeah, they called one an error. So we move on in another game against Detroit, and Bob Thomas is 10-2 this year. Bob Thomas and Matt Manning are both in the Cy Young right now for Detroit. Unbelievable. I'm honestly amazed at this point. Wow. I'm curious, what is Detroit's ranks as a team? They have the 24th best pitching and they have 2 Cy Youngs? Well, I guess none of that matters. That's insane. I mean, I guess it's overall base, but that's kind of just insane. I think we'll get a game in with Tyler Stevenson against the red-hot Detroit Tigers. And look at them, bro. They're all hitting well. Spencer Torkelson, he's trying to win back-to-back MVPs. He's really became a superstar player in this series. And he's honestly he's deceiving me, man. I don't think he's good, and then I give up a home run to him, and I get reminded it's not Spencer Torkelson from the launch. It's Spencer Torkelson that's a 99 overall right now, I think. Or close to. He's really had an impressive career on this game. He simulates pretty well. I don't know if he will next year with how the playoffs went for him and all that, but he's a superstar in this game.
Ain't no one down here.
And there he is. He's a 99 overall. And this came out of nowhere. He had 249. And he's just been an MVP player ever since. He's hitting 600 slug right now. He's got 28 home runs already. And who's going to stop him at this point? He is on a tear. Shows he's human here. Popping it up to Stevenson. He's going to try to steal with 2 steal. Nope. Okay. And Stevenson will help end the inning. But it's 1-0. Bob Thomas. He's been great up to this point. Here's Tyler Stevenson, 291. And we chase.
0-1. Ball.
One and one. And Stevenson belts it into left field, and he's going to get extra bases. Or is he? He does make it in time. You know, Stevenson is really an interesting X-Factor player for this team, because a lot of these players that get drafted now are left-handed pitchers. And he's good at hitting them, but it's 6-2 now. Evan Williams has been getting shelled at his Detroit lineup.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Here's Stevenson down 0-1. And a high fastball from Thomas.
0-2.
Gets by him.
Ball.
Way outside on that one. And Stevenson goes down swinging. And Stevenson is going to throw him out. But it's 7-2 with Bob Thomas in there in the 8th inning. And he's got 66 pitches. Stevenson sends it in the left field for a base hit. One of the few Royals that have success on him today. And it's 7-3. Crosses double makes it a 4-run game. 2 outs, 2 on for Tyler Stevenson against Randy Murray. And it's a good fastball in there.
No balls, 1 strike.
And another pitch goes by him.
Ball.
And it's a 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss to end the game, and the Tigers come into Kansas City and sweep the Royals. It's just not been our year, and we have not been able to beat Detroit since the playoffs. They dominated this series. It also helped that they had 2 of their Cy Young capable pitchers starting, but Detroit dominated.
Here now
2
is
home
our
runs from
final line score
Alvarez
this
today.
afternoon. First for the
They even got one
Tigers,
from
7
Tovar.
runs on 15
And another
hits.
from Max
No
Clark.
errors. They left 14 runners on base.
Not Gavin Williams' best game. And yeah, let me get one in with Charlie Copeland. Manny Machado is in Double A.
And now, please welcome your
And Copeland up to hit against Darrell Cortez.
Charlie.
Cortez is off to a pretty dominant start this year. He's got a lot of good pitches. He throws from the left side. But Copeland, the second best left field prospect in baseball, with a tough matchup today.
Come on, big guy. Seat up. Drive it right back up the box. Let's go.
I hate getting quick pitch, man. I can't stand the quick pitch, and that was a great pitch to hit, but I hate it. Inside with a cutter, and he just fouled it off.
Hey, come on, big dog. Get your pitch.
And a good curveball drops beneath his bat for the strikeout.
Hey, see it. Drive it. Let's go, big dog.
The
It's
batter,
3-0
designated
missions.
hitter, Charlie Copeland.
Copeland takes strike 1.
Here you go. Let it fly right here.
And Copeland sends this one flying, but it will be caught. But it will score a run to make it 3-1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Charlie Copeland.
Copeland with a chance, 3-2 against Cortez. Big swing and a miss. That curveball has been getting him. Cortez very confident. And a nasty fastball.
0-2 is the count.
And Copeland pops him up. And that might be it for Copeland. No, he gets a chance
The designated
against
hitter,
De Los Santos in the 9th inning.
Copeland.
De Los Santos has got some nasty stuff
Ball
way inside there. That one hits the outside corner. That was a good sinker ball. Way outside with the slider, and that sinker set him up for that one. And he struck him out to end the game. Not the best showcase for Copeland. Just gonna have to get
Final line
better.
score.
Another game with a home run for Chad Bennett, though. I think we'll get a game in with Bronson Aaron against the lefty. It's a good young shortstop there, and Jay Lucero on the other team. A very good player.
And now, your Omaha.
Keep him off base.
Here is Aaron making the catch. And it's Garrett against Aaron. Garrett's got a lot of pitches he can use. But Aaron almost got him when he threw that cutter. A little bit too early. And here's Cousins. He's got 89 power now. Had to trade him to get Joel Fong now. Not like the trade so far. But Cousins has really became a player down in Atlanta's farm system. And I'll be very intrigued to watch his career. Former second round pick. Way outside to start this at bat. And a big swing and a miss from Aaron. He missed it. Shouldn't even have went for it. And another swing and a miss. A sinker just below the zone. And Aaron did not miss that one. He sends it into the gap, and this could score a run. Aaron going for two. And he stands up for a double. And he scores to break this game open at 1-0.
Now batting, the catcher.
And
Bronson
Louis Yoder
Aaron.
makes it 3-0. And now Aaron, another chance. On the ground, he hit it hard, but a fielder makes the play. 3-2 against De Alvida. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Aaron. And Aaron's gonna dump this into center field, and he's gonna score 2 with a base hit. Have a day, Bronson Aaron. His 3rd RBI of the game.
Fans are
2 for 4 day for Aaron, not too shabby. But Louis Yoder gets the player of the game. Chris Feli's off to a good start in AAA. I'm happy to see that. Let's get another game in with Carrara, though. The game's saying call him up, but I'm going to be patient with Carrara. See how he does in September if he gets the opportunity, though. I would be very intrigued to see those games, even if we're not playing winning baseball. I would love to see how he can perform and maybe get ahead on a big extension for him. Because I don't want him to play anywhere else and get good, and I want to see him be a Royal for life. And here he is. Still in the development process, but I think he's closer than he's ever been.
Ball. 1 ball, no strike.
He's done pretty good the last 4 games. And he swung,
That's a check.
but
Did
they
he swing?
save him. I definitely swung there. 2-0 to Carrara.
Hee-haw.
Already getting the calls, even not being a big leaguer. But a 2-1 now. And he chased it.
2-2.
Elder all over the place. This time he didn't even hit the zone. Yeah, Elder just everywhere but in the zone. See, but if you let one pitch pass, then that's when they're going to get you. And I was ready for that pitch just a bit early on it. I thought about just auto-taking the first pitch after that last at-bat, though, just because of how it went. But I would have just missed maybe my best pitch to hit. And I just chased that one. He will catch it, and it will be an out. Elder has gotten the better of Carrara so far, and it's 5-0 Gwinnett. Big swing and a miss there.
0-1.
And that was the pitch to hit just early on it.
1-2.
Elder, he just likes to work you inside, and really not enjoying facing him so far. And he strikes out Carrara. He's a fisherman, and I am a fish to him. He's trying to get me to bite, and I did that time. Here's Jose Siri as Bronson Aaron hits a home run. And going against Smith here in the 9th inning, a left-hander. And a big swing and a miss on a check swing. This time he does not miss, and this is going to carry. It's gone. I knew it all immediately that was gone. That is not a pitch you throw to him. And this is what Carrera can do. Carrara, I'll never get his name right. His 13th of the season. And that's what he can do if he gets a hold of one. He's more than capable. Gwinnett gets the win though, but 2 home runs. Solo shots for the Storm Chasers. And Jay Rusero gets the player of the game.
6 runs, 15 hits. No
Only
errors.
4 hits today for the Storm Chasers. And 0 for 4 for Nixon Lane. Why is Billy Beckham pitching and not? Oh, because it's 4-4. Back to the Major League team, and 2 games left before the draft, so I want to get some more games in. I think we're just going to focus on these last 2 MLB games, so we'll have more time to mess around in the minors, and I think, you know, soon. With Soroka on the mound today, I want to use Gavin Cross. And Cross is still blazing. And that's what I like to see. The Reds are a bottom feeder team. Jackie Lucy, I think a former number 2 overall pick, up in the lineup, hitting 300 so far. You know, the Cincinnati Reds had a couple high draft picks in this series, I believe. They've lost Ellie De La Cruz. They lost, I think, is it Will Benson, his name? Pretty sure it's Will Benson. He's became a superstar in this series, where he's one of the best hitters for the Chicago Cubs. He's one of the best hitters, period, in the league, but he's been a star for the Cubs. There's Bernardo Rodriguez, another good young player, a catcher. They went catcher heavy to one draft. Rodriguez was definitely a player I liked, though. Great throw from Cross. And his first at bat, but a 2-run home run from Collier. And we are always behind, it seems like. I don't think any of these major league games we've had a lead to start the game. Cross on the ground, and this is going to be an out. Rodriguez, a pretty solid young switch hitter. You know, we could be taking a glimpse into the future. This is what we can be if we go too young. We might not be a good team. It's something to think about, you know, as we continue to add the younger players to the team. You know, we might have to grow as a group. It might not be easy early on. It's almost like rebuilding all over again.
No ball. 1 strike.
But with light at the end of the tunnel. Big swing and a miss from Cross. He is just not having a good game so far. Basically, saying him, I'm talking about myself. And Soroka is on another level right now. Donaldson hits a 3-run home run to give us the lead. And there is hope. Cross gets the catch. And an at-bat against Andrew Abbott. On the ground, base hit for Cross. He will beat out that throw. He dribbled one up the middle. Castro scores him. Thompson against Allen here. And this is a base hit. No, a flip. And a double play to end the eighth. Cross with an at-bat here in the eighth against Abbott again. And a nice high fastball, and Cross just couldn't get good contact on it. This time he gets pretty good contact on it. This is going to left field, and it's out of here. Gavin Cross hits a home run in the eighth inning off of Andrew Abbott. Lefty on lefty. He takes it opposite field. And he makes it a 4-run game. Cross was not having a great game against Soroka by any means, but once Abbott came in the game, Cross has found some life. He gets a single and scores, and he hits a home run in the eighth inning. We're going to skip the futures game. I'm not interested right now. I've done that too many times in the series. With where the time is, I think we'll just move on to the draft. It's 4-0, and Collier wants to get a shutout. I got time for an inning. .28 in ERA right now. That's why we're not a 500+ team.
Keep him guessing up there.
Leading off for the Reds, the center fielder, number 16.
Turned into the Colorado Rockies
Allen.
overnight.
Ball one.
Pitching has really been a strength of this series, pretty much since the beginning of it. But it has really turned into a weakness in a matter of one offseason, where all we did was let Shane Baz go to a different team. We brought back Williams, but maybe Baz was the right option to keep.
Hey! 2-2, Pat.
Collier, this one's going to get hit right to Castro. That's Jordan Walker out there. It's Byron Buxton that's out there. I think as the second half of the year goes on, we're definitely going to get some more pitching on the season. We got to use some of these younger pitchers and try to help them, or just see what we're dealing with. And Caleb Collier is definitely going to be a player we keep our eye out for. You know, I didn't really have high expectations for Collier, but maybe I should have. And he had a great game, a complete game shutout for Caleb Collier. Pretty heck of a good game from him. Only 3 hits for the Cincinnati Reds. Of course, they're not the best team, but it doesn't really seem to stop us from playing down to our competition. And Collier, a bright spot, and what is so far a down year for the Royals. It just sucks feeling like we're wasting Jordan Walker's MVP season right now. But let's go to the draft. And let's start this baby up. When it comes to drafting now, I don't know if these players will make the team. They have to be really transcendent, I believe. But they could be used as someone who could be trade bait. And Luther Beal is a Cleveland Guardian. He must have 99 potential. And one of the players I wanted is already gone. The White Sox, this might be the best player they've drafted in the series. Howard Kondo from Japan with tremendous potential and tremendous overall to start his career. And we see our division get even better. And Ray Rodriguez is the next player off the board. Starting pitching goes in the top 3. Wow. I am shocked that Luther Beal went number 1. I'm kind of disappointed that he did as well because that was my guy. On 4th starting pitcher in a row, this is Jonathan McManus, a left-hander. And the 5th in a row, Terry Hatch goes to the Rockies. Will Arizona take the 6th pitcher? No, they take Brian Olsen, a second baseman. Bill Young is the next player, and you have to wonder. Josh Fransky is the next player off the board. And another starter pitching, Jeffrey Dillon. And another starting pitcher. So 8 out of the 10 first picks were starters. That's where the strength of this draft seems to be. And there is number 9, Bobby Law. Fitting that he's going to Texas. Jonathan G, another pitcher. 10 out of 12 picks have been pitchers. G was someone I identified early in the process. I like G. And he goes to the Twins. An 11th pitcher now taken, Norm Batista. A very solid player. Jeffrey Chow, he goes. Not very highly on our board. Richard Item. Interesting name. Seems to be a 5-tool player. Shea Koriski. Another starter. Angel Rodriguez goes. An injured player. With plenty of discipline. He goes in the 1st round. It's pretty interesting. Brian Hill. Another starter. What can you say? Jesus Del Villar. I was interested in Villar, but I just didn't scout him because I didn't think he would fall, and he goes to the Yankees. He could be generational. Will Bichette. Another player we just weren't going to be able to get. Tampa Bay takes Carlton Swanger from Louisiana. And there goes Wade. The Cubs take another shortstop after already having a generational player. And Edgar Prado goes to Houston. We'll see how bad his injury is and what his potential is. Aaron Littner. And Steven Daniel off the board. Casey Carter goes. And it's the Detroit Tigers' turn. And they take John Lorenz. 2 picks to go before our first pick. And Damian Byers goes to the Padres. And the St. Louis Cardinals take Garrett Ventura. Andres Ordovell is not a good player either. Woody Boner, he's back in the draft. He's actually looking solid, but can't do that. So we have every closer is available. We got Mark Taguchi. He would want $3.6 million. You got Carlos Vasquez, a starter. Can get Kevin Huber. Huber's intriguing. He just doesn't have great pitch mix. That's the only concerning thing. He's got everything else you want, not control either, though. Do you go with Jonathan Corona here? Do we just take a shot in the dark? Or do we just take the best closer in the draft? Got David Valera as well. I think we might have to do it. You know, I didn't think this was going to be the move. But I think with our first pick, we're going to take our second player off the board, Mark Taguchi from Japan. We take another Japanese player, and he looks to be pretty good. He did opt out of the exam, though. That is something to think about. I did not see that. David Valera is the second closer taken. Luis Rodriguez goes off the board. Would have had a chance to draft him if he was good too. He just didn't look too that good. They get Michael Gomez. Chicago having a great draft. That hurts. That's scary, man. His walks per nine and home runs per nine look terrible, man. There goes Dominic Aubrey. He falls all the way to 48. Jonathan Corona goes to Pittsburgh, so we miss out on him. Oh, he's got some nice pitches. Juan Rodriguez goes. I did not look at reliever this year. Just not interested. Diego Ornelas. There goes Guy Hillman. He falls all the way to 58. BJ Johnson. What a name. Almost tempted to go with Gilberto Ramirez, but I am 6 picks away. Go for Vasquez here. I don't know if I'm in on Vasquez, to be honest. If we don't take Ramirez, I think we would take Mike. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Mike Montenegro. We're going to hope that we can get the guy we want in the competitive balance round. I think I remember Floyd Brown. I almost took him a year ago in the first round, and I forgot about him until now. I know that Floyd Brown's good though. So this pick is easy. I'm gonna take Gilberto Ramirez. And Ramirez, he could be a bust. There's a small possibility that he is not that 88 side. He could be a 73. But I'm willing to take the risk. And we'll watch. They're going to take Vasquez. Watch. Oh, they took Robert Wannabe. Come on, White Sox. You were having a great draft until now. I was in on Wannabe early in the process, but when I realized he was not a good player, I was not in on him anymore. Tons of pitchers in this round. The White Sox took the only position player so far. And the White Sox did end up taking Vasquez just a couple picks later than I thought they would get him. But I'm almost fine with them getting Vasquez because he's going to take a while to hit that potential. With the walk per 9, the home run per 9 is concerning. The hit per 9 is low. So his pitching clutch is probably low. It's going to be a tough development for Vasquez. He'll be a good player one day, though. The Twins have taken 2 injured players so far. The Pirates love taking players that we look at. Chris Fritz. looks pretty solid. I didn't see this guy. I like his skill set. He'll play well in Yankee Stadium if he's what he's supposed to be. I think with this pick, I'm just gonna take Diego Castillo. Castilla. Not really much else to pick from at this point. I mean, if available, I might have took Vasquez at that point, but yeah, that's about it. See what happens. Lester Rivas immediately goes off the board after I don't take him, which is fine with me. Seamus Boone from Germany goes to Cincinnati. Pedro Carrero. It's an interesting name at least. Mr. Williams goes to the Mets. Interesting player. Carlos Maldonado. Good name from him. Michael Diaz. Take Garrett Sparks with this pick. Jimmy Matos goes to the Pirates. Peter Pepper. What the heck kind of name is that, man? And Forrest Franco. Okay. Let's get into the wacky name part of the draft, I guess. John Rattle, he looks kind of solid. Carlos Reyes. Rodney Church off the board to the Yankees. And there's Sean Durham from Missouri. Eric Hay off the board. There goes Jason Momoa. Another third baseman and Corey McBride now. And Matt Clarkin, the shortstop, going to Detroit. Another injured player. Robbie Carlson, a shortstop, going to the Padres. And what would the Cardinals do? They take Jimmy Rodriguez. And in our boardroom, we're in there clapping right now. We're laughing at the other teams for not seeing it. We're going to take Mike Burke in round 4. And if anything, he'll be a nice trade piece, if anything. And at this point, we can just sim. If they took him, they took him. There's Sam Ibanez. Ibanez is risky. But when it comes to that, there's not many other options. So I guess Ibanez is the choice. I guess we gotta go with Bennett here. Yeah, why not? I overall, I think it was a great draft. I think we did what we could at our picks, and I think we did a great job. We got Mark Takuchi, got Mike, got Gilberto Ramirez, who I think will be good. You know, I think we did a good job here. Man, that's a lot of losses, man. And we're not beating McConaughey. There's no way. And we actually did. But that'll do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was the draft, and kind of laid down what the future can look like. And I don't know. It's going to be tough, man. With how it is right now, we're 8.5 back. I just don't know if playoffs are going to happen. But we'll find out when we come back. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out.